I'm Enoch.
I'm Brynne.
We're changing the show up this semester. It's exciting. We got a whole new intro. I hope you enjoyed that. We got a new format. Me and Brynne are going to talk about some news that happened over the summer, get you caught up on the big publishers and stuff like that. And then we're going to go into a bit of a variety segment, a bunch more pre-recorded stuff, and then we're going to play Hades for a little while with all of our new, wonderful new volunteers that you'll get to meet soon.
And we are so excited.
Absolutely.
And we're going to do the news.
Want to get started on the news?
Yeah. So one of the biggest pieces of news is the ongoing Activision Blizzard situation with several female employees complaining of sexual harassment and abuse and discrimination by their male colleagues. And so the SEC did some investigating, and recently the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission filed a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard, which was settled just yesterday for about $18 million. And a gaming union called Campaign to Organize Digital Employees is actually is saying that the $18 million settlement is a slap to the face to the workers who have experienced this discrimination, especially since Activision Blizzard is worth so much money and made $8.1 billion last year, that the $18 million is just a small price to pay for poor behavior. So what do you think about all this, Enoch?
It's pretty terrible. I feel like that goes without saying.
Really bad.
This is an issue that we've seen crop up at a lot of other video game studios. Unfortunately, large ones particularly have just the worst, most awful cultures, particularly when it comes to women and minorities. $18 million, not really significant to Activision.
Not at all. No, not at all. That's not even the sale of one game, honestly.
I believe there were some sort of sponsors pulling out of some Call of Duty championships and things like that. Doesn't seem to have really affected them, though.
A few executives stepped down, even though the company continued to deny the claims. And apparently, the $18 million is supposed to be spent on donation to charities to focused on women in game development and, of course, compensating the affected employees. But $18 million, like we said, is barely anything to such a huge corporation.
No, yeah, absolutely. Their games seems like are still doing fine. I don't think there's been too much of a dip in sales. Call of Duty, I'm sure, is going to be the best-selling game of the year. Overwatch 2 will come out and be whatever that is. You know what? We'll get to Overwatch 2 when we get there. But for now, you want to move on to the next, what the big publishers have announced over
some happier news.
First parties? Sure. So, I'm moving my one. Xbox is the first up on our list. Microsoft. E3 was pretty exciting for them. Basically, everything on Game Pass all the time, whether it's theirs or not. Everything on there is going straight to Game Pass, but they also have recently announced stuff like Marvel's Avengers games coming to Game Pass, as well as a bunch of other indies are usually day one. Game Pass is probably good for Avengers, but let's see. What do they announce? We finally got a hard date for Halo Infinite. That's coming out December 8th. There's a free multiplayer beta this weekend that I'm really excited about. Forza Horizon 5 is coming out November 9th. It's set in Mexico. There's a new Arcane game announced for next year called Redfall. It's a vampire co-op shooter. Because everything is a co-op shooter now, you're going to get 1 million Left 4 Deads next year. I'm excited about that because Deathloop was really great. And very recent news this week, I believe, the Perfect Dark reboot that was being headed by the initiative, Crystal Dynamics, the studio that made the Marvel's Avengers game that's coming to Game Pass, is going to be helping them develop their Perfect Dark game. So, what do you think? How do you think Xbox is doing right now?
I mean, the Game Pass system really does appear to be pretty genius because it actually allows people to just play all the games for just a small amount of money. If I had an Xbox, I would definitely have it. Unfortunately, I do not have an Xbox. Microsoft had recently released Psychonauts 2, which Psychonauts 1 has been waiting for that sequel for a very long time. And there's a game called 12 Minutes that I don't believe we have a segment about it this week. I believe that's going to be a little bit later in the semester, just a little sneak peek.
Maybe next episode.
But 12 Minutes, it has been, yes, it has been getting a lot of attention online, especially from some popular streamers. So Microsoft is having a pretty good time right now.
They're ramping up their first-party studios. They've been buying a whole bunch of them. Buying Bethesda really got their first party on par with, I think, what a lot of people want, similar to Sony, which is known for its first-party track record. And speaking of Sony...
Right, so Sony is doing some exciting stuff as well. There is a Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake in the works, and the original Knights of the Old Republic recently got ported to Switch. GTA 5 Next Generation has unfortunately been delayed until March, but maybe they can use that delay to make it better. Deathloop recently released, critical success. You recently just finished it. Yeah,
I did. Good game.
We very much like Deathloop here at the studio, everybody who's played it. But the most exciting thing, I think, is that Insomniac is making a Wolverine game, kind of a little bit of a bait-and-switch trailer pull there. And Spider-Man 2 has also been announced. It's going to be coming out in 2023, and that's actually going to be featuring Peter Parker and Miles Morales working together to fight some crime. And I'm really excited to see that, honestly, because Into the Spider-Verse was a delight. I'd love more of Miles Morales.
And next year we're hitting Into the Spider-Verse 2 coming out. You mentioned Spider-Man. I'm going to get excited.
Oh, of
Can't
course.
wait for Spider-Man 2. They really did. They switched one out on me with the Wolverine trailers because they showed the Insomniac logo and then it was, whoa, Wolverine, that's a twist. Spider-Man can be coming. Then like 2 trailers later, guess what? Surprise new Spider-Man. I lost my mind. Excited. Yeah, Sony's doing great. They're sort of continuing what they have been doing with the PS4 generation of just sort of steadily coming out with very well-received first-party games like God of War Ragnarok. It's also supposed to be coming out next year. God of War 2018 was also a big hit. Spider-Man was our game of the year in 2018. So
yeah, it was, mainly because of Enoch.
That new one's finally out. You know, I did what I can.
And of course, Sony, I think the PlayStation 5, a lot of the kinks have been starting to get worked out, so all of this stuff is coming out on the brand new shiny console. So
the supply chain shortage is still an issue that they're dealing with, but they're getting there. PS5s are in more hands than ever, same with the new Xbox Series X's and S's, because that name's not confusing at all.
Speaking of more consoles that are coming out.
Thank you. Nintendo has a new revision of the Switch of their own. It's an OLED model, so nice, more colorful screen, slimmer bezels. No real changes to the specs, just a nice looking upgrade. Also, the Switch has Bluetooth now, because apparently that was just a software update. I don't know why it was a software update, but the Switch has Bluetooth now, and it's nice and useful.
I used it today.
Yeah,
it works.
Bluetooth's a very useful feature. Their summer, let's see, Nintendo, they crushed my personal dreams with my fantasy roster of video games. Breath of the Wild 2 delayed out of the year. They just recently re-revealed Bayonetta 3, which was awesome, but that's also not coming out this year. All going into next year. Splatoon 2 due out next year, a new 3D Kirby game out next year. And Chris Pratt's Mario.
Chris Pratt is Mario, and I think nobody was expecting that.
Absolutely not.
I am excited about the casting of Anya Taylor-Joy as Peach. I think she could pull it off.
She kind of looks like Peach. It makes sense.
I could see her as a live-action Peach. This is not going to be a live-action movie. I'm calling it right now.
No, they've confirmed it.
Obviously not.
It's Illumination.
But Jack Black as Bowser, and I think that is the greatest news.
I like Keegan-Michael Key as Toad. I love him a lot. And Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong, because Cranky Kong is also in this movie alongside Seth Rogen as Donkey Kong.
Oh, yes. You reminded me. I was trying to forget that Seth Rogen was Donkey Kong.
And Charlie Day is Luigi. They're just really throwing out random people left and right. It'll be fun, though. I hope.
It has
Jack Black in it, you know?
They can't do any worse than the original Mario Brothers movie.
That's probably true.
They can't do anything worse than the original Mario Brothers movie.
That movie was pretty bad.
And what I'm very excited about is Animal Crossing is getting an update in November, and they're going to be doing finally, they're going to be doing a Nintendo Direct about it next month, and I think we're going to be...
We'll look forward to that.
Yeah.
But for now, let's get to some segments. We'll see you later in a bit.
My friends, what I'm about to say is not easy, and I take no pleasure in it. A year ago, I sat before you, young, wide-eyed, full of hope for the future of Animal Crossing New Horizons. I told you about the beauty of its graphics, how fun it was to see villagers going about their lives, and how much you could customize your island. I expressed my hope that Nintendo would continue faithfully with free updates, and how easily they could add in new features to keep the game fresh and exciting. But now, I am older, I am wiser, and I am disappointed.
And I'm gonna stop you right there, me from the past. Hi, this is Brynne in the editing booth. I wrote and recorded this segment before seeing the most recent Nintendo Direct, so this no longer fully reflects my views on the state of New Horizons. However, I think some of my critiques still hold water. So from here on, I'm going to pop up this nifty little banner to show when my current opinions no longer match up with what I'm saying in the segment. Take it away, me from the past.
As the one-year anniversary of New Horizons approached in March 2021, the Animal Crossing fandom waited eagerly for an explosive anniversary update. Maybe we would finally see the return of favorite characters from previous games. Maybe Nintendo would finally put in the quality of life features that we clamored for since the game's release. And maybe, just maybe, faithful fans could finally reunite with Brewster and the beloved Roost Cafe. And when the anniversary finally arrived, we got an anniversary cake. We got a Sanrio collaboration that you could only participate in if you bought Sanrio amiibo cards. And of course, we got the return of Bunny Day, the same exact event from last year that drove everyone insane as they fished Easter egg after Easter egg from their rivers and oceans. Yes, there have been seasonal items here and there since then. Nintendo added some Mario-themed furniture and clothing, but these decorations have done little to fill the Brewster-shaped void in my heart. However, I could look past the lackluster anniversary and the continued absence of classic characters if it weren't for the lack of things to do in this game. Now, to put my disappointment in perspective, let me tell you about Animal Crossing New Leaf, New Horizons' older sibling, and the game it will always be compared to, for better or worse. Sure, the 3DS graphics aren't as polished. You can't change the layout of your town like you can in New Horizons. But what New Leaf has that New Horizons needs is mini-games. So, for instance, in New Horizons, when a villager visits your campsite, you can play 2 mini-games. In New Leaf, depending on the villager's personality, you can play 10 mini-games. And New Leaf featured Tortimer's Island with exclusive bugs, fish, sea creatures, furniture, and 63 mini-games. And all of those came with just the base game. A free 2016 update added 2 more mini-games, one of which is so expansive that I have barely scratched its surface in the 5 years that it's been available. But New Horizons? Who needs mini-games when you can build furniture? It has been a year and a half since New Horizons was released. As much as it pains me to say it, as Video Game Our Lives' resident Animal Crossing expert, I'm beginning to lose hope. I haven't played New Horizons consistently in over 2 months because it feels like Nintendo has forgotten about it. I mean, is Animal Crossing New Horizons a bad game? Absolutely not. Am I being dramatic? Yes. But it could be so much better. And that potential is what makes Nintendo's silence hurt all the more.
Hello, my name's Tommy, and with me today I have...
Spencer, hi.
Today we're going to do Ask the Age-Old Classic. If VGHL fought, who would the ultimate champion be? Spencer, you're new here.
Yes.
And so you don't know any of these people,
Correct.
really to any extent. So right now we're going to go through a list of wild accusations, and based on that we're going to see who you think's going to win.
The bold assumption game.
Yes. Starting off, we have Jay.
Okay.
What do you think of them?
Is them?
Yes.
Okay. They look like they play a lot of Fire Emblem.
They do.
They do?
You get this right every time. We were talking about this briefly, but okay.
So they look like they play a lot of Fire Emblem, and they also kind of give off the vibe that they might play Ganon a little bit whenever they play Smash.
Ooh, interesting.
Just a little bit. I do appreciate the thick armor. As someone who's currently doing a vanilla run of Skyrim, I'm doing solely heavy armor, so I can appreciate it.
All right.
Yeah, that's the vibe. Heavy armor, Skyrim, Ganondorf, and a lot of Fire Emblem.
You got it. Moving on.
Okay.
This guy, Michael.
He would sign up for Space Force in a heartbeat. And his major was aeronautic engineering. Well, obviously they're dressed up like Yarn Yoshi, which is pretty neat, so they probably enjoy the Mario games. And then Like a big softie, like they like dogs. They like animals a lot. Immediate thought was that
All right.
Czar looks like they play a wizard in D&D, like at present, right now. Like always. That is the only thing that they ever play.
He does. He does play a wizard in D&D currently. What a perfect. And you've met Czar too,
Yeah,
and you
I have,
managed to like.
Also, similar vibe. Yep.
Sweet. You've also met Enoch, current producer.
Yeah. He looks like he's read Dune and enjoyed it pretty intently. You enjoy a good Toby Fox game. Look like you play chess for a living.
Ooh, I don't know what that means, but that's interesting. A hot take we're getting. Now we got Jacob.
Grew up in rural Arkansas. You look like you enjoy playing the Mafia games.
Interesting. I don't know who this is. I'm just gonna.
Tom.
It's not anyone
Sleeps with
particular.
at least 16 teddy bears at once. And all of them are used as pillows at the same time. And they all have separate names and different backstories.
We're gonna move on. We're gonna set up the fight. Here we go.
right.
We're just gonna see who wins.
There was someone, I don't remember who, it may have been Noah, it wasn't Noah, it was someone, I saw their armor and I was like, they look like they only use Dwarven armor whenever they're playing Skyrim.
Dang,
Like,
really?
Only Dwarven armor. Alright, let's see here.
Oh, this is already going really bad for Czar and Jay.
Yeah.
And Enoch. You know what, Noah? It's pretty balanced so far.
Yeah, everyone seems...
Everyone's really, I think, the gunners.
74%.
Oh, we got one down.
Oh, who is that?
Oh, Jacob died.
God.
Czar's gone. Sorry, Czar. We love you. We appreciate you.
Yeah.
Oh, who was that? Enoch's out.
Jay looks like they're doing...
Noah's gonna be next, according to percentages.
According to percentages, yeah.
I'm in the lead by a lot.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, there goes Brynne. Brynne didn't even come close.
Jay's still chilling.
It's Jay, Noah, and me, so we'll see who can do this. My money's currently on me because Noah's at a really high percent, but who knows? They can turn it around.
Oh, I'm gonna be honest, I completely didn't realize that Tom.
It's fine. It's not like you were making like wild. No! Well,
Pretty good.
Jay or Noah.
Jay was my bet at the beginning.
Oh,
It was actually between these two, was gonna be my guess.
my money's on Jay. This is also a real life thing. My money.
Oh, yeah!
Undisputed, a very clean win for Jay.
Yeah.
They're gonna be really happy about this. Jay, we love you. We know that.
I don't know who you are, but cool.
No, you're.
Good job.
They're awesome. So they can't come because they are currently not in Austin, but you know.
Yeah.
In spirit, you are the best fighter. Period. Full stop at VGHL.
Yep.
Thank you.
GG.
Yeah, that's been the segment. So I've been Tommy, and
I've been Spencer.
yeah, we're gonna go back to the show.
At the beginning of this past month, Owlcat released their long-awaited sequel to 2018's Pathfinder Kingmaker. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous was a marked improvement over its predecessor, and having been on a heavy D&D kick for the past year, I decided to pick it up. Quick disclaimer, at the time of recording, I have not finished the game. I'm currently at the beginning of the second act, which still seems to be pretty early on in the game. Now that that's out of the way, what exactly is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous? Wrath of the Righteous is an isometric CRPG based on 1st edition Pathfinder. The game is also based on the Adventure Path, a pre-made campaign for the tabletop RPG, of the same name. In Wrath of the Righteous, the world is under assault by demons, and you and your companions are tasked with driving them back.
As far as video game plots go, this isn't anything too special, but it's all the moving parts underneath that make the game different.
Speaking of, let's get to what I like about the game. First and foremost, let's talk combat. The combat's good. Full stop. The game's combat closely mirrors that of 1st edition Pathfinder, meaning that attacks, spell effects, and other combat happenings are based on dice rolls. I've been playing in turn-based mode, and encounters seem to be fairly well balanced so far, with each of them posing enough of a challenge without threatening to wipe me every fight. Dungeons can get a bit dungeon crawly, but extended dungeons force me as a player to think more carefully about resource management. What potions and scrolls should I use? How many spells do I want to use this fight? Stuff like that. However, where Wrath of the Righteous really shines is the sheer amount of variety in fights. and this touches on the player agency that is so core to this game. In terms of character progression, there are two things to keep track of in the game. The first is your character's level. In Wrath of the Righteous, there are a grand total of 25 classes to choose from, and each of those classes has their own selection of 6 to 7 subclasses that augment the base class in some way. In addition to those classes, there are also 13 prestige classes, which are more powerful specializations with their own stat prerequisites. There are also 12 races to choose from, each granting different benefits. My character, Eri, is a Kitsune Flame Warden Ranger, which allows her to imbue her weapons with fire in combat. I'm currently planning to give her a level in Rogue, which will further enhance her attacks with the sneak attack feature from that class. The class customization extends to your companions as well. You have the option to let them level on their own, or you can customize their levels to fit your own playstyle. The second aspect of character progression in Wrath of the Righteous are the game's Mythic Paths, a new feature unique to the game. Mythic Paths serve both the story and mechanics of the game. In the story, Mythic Paths represent, quote, a journey into legend, flavoring your actions in different ways. Mechanically, Mythic Paths grant features outside of class progression, and those features are particularly strong in comparison to normal abilities. Mythic Paths are either automatically unlocked through story progression, or can be unlocked through side content, though the majority of them are tied to character alignment. The abilities unlocked closely mirror the aesthetic of the path. For example, the Angel Mythic Path allows you to gain an ability that calls a ray of light from heaven, healing allies and damaging enemies. Before, I mentioned how player agency is core to this game, and the story is no exception. Many decisions in the game are directly related to your character's alignment, and can slowly shift your character's alignment over the course of the game. Though I have been, for the most part, playing a neutral good character, many choices for the other poles of alignment were available, and at no point did I ever feel punished for playing my alignment. Additionally, the game world is very responsive to the narrative choices the player makes. There are small touches, like changing a line of dialogue based on my character's previous actions or alignment, that go a long way. Then there are the bigger choices, which impact which companions you have, or how you reach a certain story point. Speaking of companions, there are also quest lines for each of the companions in the game, which remind me of the companion quests from Mass Effect 2. They're nice ways to flesh out each of the companions alongside the main quest. Obviously, there's a lot I love about the game. However, there are a few things that I don't really like. The main thing is the army mechanics. At the beginning of Act 2, you're given an army to control for story purposes. Normally, these things are really appealing to me, but in Wrath of the Righteous, army combat just feels really, really bad. Unlike the complexity and variety of the base game, army combat is a slog. You have your melee units, which walk up and hit people. You have your range units, which stay back and hit people. And you have generals, which give a couple abilities, but that's basically it. So far, army combat has just been place your units here, hit the other units, and that's it. Normally, I would just avoid this part of the game, but content is locked behind these encounters. I don't know if it gets better later on, or if units get more interesting, but for the moment, I am not a fan. Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous is a fantastic CRPG with great combat and a great narrative. That being said, it's not for everyone. It's one of those games I have to be pretty locked in to play, but it's very rewarding to immerse yourself in the world and your character. I'm enjoying the game a lot so far, and I'll probably be slowly working my way through the game for the rest of the year.
Hello, my name's Tommy.
And my name's Zara.
And we're gonna do something a little different today. Zara, you've never played a MOBA.
I have not, no.
And I've played too much League of Legends. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna guide you through your first MOBA, Pokemon Unite. However, I'm only allowed to use League terms. How do you think it's gonna go?
I think it's gonna go horribly.
I do as well. I have no faith in what is about to happen. Oh, this is the worst part. Welcome to the first MOBA thing when nobody readies up immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a good chance that that person won't ready.
I'm so thankful I don't play MOBAs.
This is the life.
Yeah.
Oh, they did it. Yeah, right? All right, you gotta pick one of these characters. Go.
Oh, well.
Elderglass, you've done it.
All right.
All right, now you're gonna want to change your summoner spells.
Okay.
I can't
we'll
say
see.
what that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Take the what's it called? The one that makes you run.
The one that makes me run?
Huh? Yeah, take Ghost.
I can assume that's... Okay.
Do you have any idea what that
I assume
means?
bottom lane means somewhere at the bottom.
Go, 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 go. right. Yeah, so X is
Okay.
confirm on everything.
Got it,
You
okay.
want to follow your arrow to your lane. See that big arrow
Okay,
pointing
okay,
down?
got it, yeah.
Any idea what that
I assume
means?
bottom lane means somewhere at the bottom.
Yeah, you're missing out on so much CS right now.
yeah.
This is really bad. Yeah, you see the big X?
The big X.
Just go back in your tower.
Okay.
The X, the score.
Yeah.
Press and hold. So that's how
Oh,
you
got
get
it,
points.
okay.
Uh-huh.
It's like a dunk to basketball or something.
Yeah, that's kind of the thing. So you have to press on the D-pad
D-pad?
which move you want. Yeah.
Which move I want?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which one I picked.
No, it's all right. It's kind of like you died. This is going pretty well, I would argue.
All right.
Pikachu has like really good crowd control. And then I don't know, Gardevoir's a mage, so she's just gonna annihilate you every time. And then Corpus is your CS again. So that's well, you're dead again. It's really hard, when you're not alive. Yeah, you and Pikachu are gonna fight Pikachu and Lucario, so you both want to take Rift right now.
Got it. Okay.
They took Rift from you. So you gotta kill that thing, otherwise it's gonna hurt your tower.
All right.
And then I guess next goal would be take Dragon.
Got it. What thing? Oh, the Rotom?
Yes,
Okay.
that is what I have been calling the Rift.
Okay.
This honestly isn't going that bad.
Oh.
Oof. Just stick with that guy. He's your tank essentially. It'll be a good team.
Okay, got it.
It immediately goes for the kill.
All right.
Oh my god, you can move the camera in this game?
Did I find something out that you didn't know?
Yeah, and you just want to back up Snorlax right now, because Snorlax is in trouble.
Yeah.
Snorlax, the true tank.
Alright.
You're doing significantly better
I
than
am?
you were at the start of this.
All right. I'll take that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
So
once
how
we
do I-
get to like a minute 30, it's gonna hit like overtime, and then like an Elder Dragon's gonna appear. You're gonna want to take that, and then it'll give you a massive buff.
An Elder Dragon.
Yes. Yeah. Did you guys get it? You guys got
You
it.
got it? Nice.
Oh, you
All
guys
right.
are also surrendering right now. So like, I would let the vote just happen. You guys have the buff, so it'll be all right. But
All right.
oh no, you guys don't have the buff. No, you should surrender.
You should surrender? Okay.
You should call it. It's been a good match.
How many hours have you spent in League?
Oh, I started playing like 2 years ago, and I play like a match a day. A match usually goes for around 15 to 30 minutes.
All right.
So doing that math, I have spent too much time playing League.
I feel like that's the eternal struggle of League players.
Yeah.
It's not a game they like. It's not a fun game. Yet you keep on playing.
Oh wow, you got clowned on. That's horrible.
That was my other teammates. It wasn't me.
Yeah, fair enough. That's the true League mentality. Blame it on everyone else. Blame it. The jungler didn't do enough. We all know where it was.
All right. So now that it's over, what is a juggler or jungler?
So a jungler, they would go through the middle of the map. Anything that's not the lane, that is
Okay.
jungler territory. And that's also like bigger monsters live there. So that's where they would take out and get more points.
All right.
But you know,
But
all things considered, not bad for your first try. Definitely not good, but not bad. How would you rate your experience
How would
now
I rate-
knowing like League things, having played your MOBA? Ever come back to it?
no, part of my soul has left my body.
Welcome back to the live show. We got some new people here. We're going to introduce ourselves really quick. We're playing Hades. My name's Enoch. I'll also give you pronouns. Enoch, he, him.
Zara, she, her.
Memo, he, him.
Ryan, he, him.
How are y'all doing?
Doing well today.
Are you familiar with Hades?
I've played it before. I played a little bit. I haven't beat the game actually though.
Yeah?
Only gotten like halfway through.
There might be some spoilers here then.
I'm good with that.
I don't think we'll get far enough to get.
Yeah, you may not get far enough to get spoilers.
Right. As for me, I've just watched gameplay of it. I never really played it. It's my first time.
It's a fun game. It was our 2020 Game of the Year. We never got that Game of the Year show done. We normally do a whole presentation award show for it, but because of COVID and all that, we didn't get it done. So we're honoring it now for our new people, our favorite game of last year that won 4 out of our 6 awards. So we're gonna play that now. So what weapon are you using? How you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm using the fists. Not sure what their official name is, but
I added the fists,
yeah,
the gauntlets, whatever they are. So Memo, have you played other roguelikes before?
Yes, mostly Binding of Isaac, and just stick to one. Well, I just stuck to one just because, time consumption for those is really, really high.
Oh, yeah.
So I just decided, hey, let's go with a classic one, and I just kept going with that. But I did indeed check out Hades whenever I had the time, and it looks really good, so I'm excited to play it.
Yeah, I like Dead Cells a lot. It's another roguelike that I was a big fan of. I got my freshman year, I think. What about you, Ryan?
I don't know if you'd classify Returnal as a roguelike.
No, I'd say Returnal's a roguelike.
Element.
It's a AAA, but it's a roguelike.
Definitely Returnal. I was surprised when I first played that on the PlayStation 5 because the graphics for like a 3D roguelike feels weird because it's all over the shoulder. It's not even
yeah, it's like a third-person shooter.
Angle. Yeah, so it kind of felt like you were playing like The Division in a way, but just on like the alien planet with the 3D elements of it. It was very fascinating. Plus to have the story on top of it without getting into spoilers, but all the different psychological aspects that went into it as you're playing to figure out the past of the character and stuff. Very cool.
Yeah, AAA roguelikes are kind of rare. Returnal's about the only one I know of.
Really?
Normally it's confined to indie space. What about you, Czar? Have you played any other roguelikes?
I played a lot of Enter the Gungeon.
Oh, Tommy loves Enter the Gungeon.
Yeah, no, Enter the Gungeon's really hard. It's really fun though. It's definitely like, I think probably my favorite roguelike I've played. I like. There's a time like during the summer, I can't remember what year, but I just like played it every single day. It was really fun.
The music's really good.
Yeah.
For Enter the Gungeon?
Yeah.
What even is that game like? Is it quite literally guns in a dungeon?
Yeah. I've seen it before, but I think Czar can explain it better.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of guns in the game. It is, it's kind of like any roguelike. You go through different levels, there's guns you can get, and you can choose which guns you want to use, and then you shoot and kill enemies.
Right.
It's fun.
They get really creative with the gun design.
Oh, for sure, yeah. And there's a lot of guns that are like references to other games, so
it's not just like your typical, oh, here's a Tommy gun, here's a...
No, I mean, there are those in the game, but then they also have like a lot of, there's like ones that are, oh gosh, I'm trying to remember.
They have a lot of puns as well. I think one's called, instead of Beholder, Beholster.
Yeah, lots of the enemy names are also like really unique. There's the drag gun, there's the ammoconda, there's, I'm trying to remember.
See, so this was our game of the year of 2020. What were y'all's game of the years last year? If you play games that came out last year, a part of the whole challenge of our show is, we're broke college kids that are trying to play video games.
That's true.
So,
I think for me, my game of the year that I would pick, which I didn't even get to play it, I just watched it, was Last of Us 2.
Oh yeah?
It was very controversial, obviously. When it
we
came
had
out,
some discussions about Last of Us 2 on our podcast.
Yeah, but I think for me, it just, I was just happy not to go into a game that was exactly like the first game. It felt a little bit different, but still had some elements that you knew were going to happen, but just happened at different points, such as the beginning. And just the overall graphics for that was very nice.
Very nice.
What about you, Memo? Do you have a game of the year last year?
Okay, thank you.
Haven't really given that question much thought, actually. If I can remember, and surprisingly, I didn't play any new games that came out, just because I loved so many of the old ones that.
What was your honorary game of the year then? I played a bunch of Mario 64 this year, and that game's great. So personally, it might be in my high tier for game of the year, even though it didn't come out this year.
Right. If we're going with that metric, then I'd probably be Slime Rancher. Just 100% in it.
There's a new one coming out soon, right?
Yeah, the Slime Rancher 2 is coming out as well. So, really excited for that. But, just getting into all the games that I couldn't get to before that didn't release in 2020, that was my plan for, the summer.
What about you, Czar? You got a game of the year for last year?
Not that I can think of. Also, do you want to?
Sure.
Yeah, pass it down.
Yeah, nice. Let me think. I'm trying to remember what I played last year.
Destiny 2, you've talked about.
Yeah, I played a lot of that. I started playing last year, right before summer, I want to say. And then
probably a pretty good time to start playing.
Yeah, no, for sure. Season of Arrivals was a really good time. And I think since then I've put in, I want to say 1,800 hours into the game. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So, that being said, I don't know if Destiny 2 is the best game I've played last year. It's kind of
what? Then what was? If it wasn't, there's got to be something better.
Yeah, no, there's probably something. I also
you just can't think of it.
I also really enjoyed Last of Us Part 2. I know it's like controversial, but like I loved it.
It's well made, to say the least.
I can't remember like what I played. I'm sure I played something, but like nothing really stood out to me last year. I mean, the entire year just kind of like blurred together.
Yeah, that happened. A lot of last year for me is blurry. Not even just the games, just in general. There's still someone around here. I don't know where. Probably a little skull dude floating around.
Oh no, you have to
get the key.
Yeah,
that makes sense. How's like school going? How y'all doing? Just like general, you're new. How you feeling?
Midterms are a thing, but
yeah, they're coming up.
Yeah,
it's October or about to be October.
Yeah. Apart from that, just been managing everything so far.
It's good.
Yeah.
Much different shift from high school. I feel like there's a lot more time.
So you're all freshmen, right?
Just to kind of just to kind of hang out and actually play more games as well.
More freedom. You got your own time.
Exactly.
Where you can ignore work and play video games.
Exactly.
Yeah. And no one can tell you otherwise.
Procrastinate it until just do an hour
Then
later.
you panic and you're like, man, I need to do this assignment.
And then afterwards you play some more games.
Right.
It's a whole cycle.
Yeah.
I do know, back to the game of the year, I actually got my parents into video games during quarantine.
That's great.
And we watched the Game Awards together and everything when that happened.
Oh, that's great. We did a sort of reaction thing to the Game Awards.
Oh, yeah.
It was very fun when Vin Diesel was fighting a dinosaur. That was exciting.
That was we were trying to figure out what game that was when that happened. And then it was Ark, right?
Yeah, it was Ark. I could not figure it out until they revealed it was Ark, because Vin Diesel threw me off so much.
But my mom was very mad when Animal Crossing New Horizons didn't win pretty much anything, I don't think. Because she put in 1,000 hours into that game.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Which was a lot more than I had put into Animal Crossing. I was like you were saying earlier, I only played it for like the 2 months that everyone was playing it, and just haven't touched it since then.
Huh.
Nice. Animal Crossing was sort of the great common denominator of a lot of people last year.
Right.
Like I wasn't originally going to buy it because I had never played an Animal Crossing game before, so I figured, I don't know, not really for me.
Yeah.
Then everyone else started playing it, and I'm like, well, I'm not doing anything. I'm just sitting inside all the time. I might as well pretend I have another island. Because then Doom Eternal also came out the same day.
Yes.
Doom Eternal was also.
Doom Eternal was great. I like Doom Eternal a lot.
That was a good game.
I feel like that got nominated somewhere in our awards. Probably was a runner-up somewhere.
Yeah.
I'll pull up a list later.
Oh, another game that came out last year that I really liked was Control. I really like Control.
Control was good.
Yeah, I played it like a lot. Yeah, I think it was last year. I want to say.
Well, you played it last year.
I played it last year. Yeah.
Control was good. I like Control a lot. Great art style.
Yeah, I forgot about Doom Eternal. I was surprised by how much I liked Doom Eternal.
I liked Doom 2016 quite a bit. I think I like Doom Eternal even better. I like the movie a lot.
For sure.
A lot of people didn't like the platforming in Doom Eternal, but I had a fun
I had fun with the platform.
I like the platforming.
Enjoy platforming.
I'm a sucker for, like speedy double jumps and things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. We're going to switch off and have some new volunteers for the second half of our gameplay segment. But for now, thank you.
Yeah.
We'll see you again soon, hopefully.
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
You will.
Be back in just a minute. Because half of this game is a house-building dating sim.
Right.
Only half of it's you run around and fight people.
Yeah, I didn't play that part of the game.
You mic'd up? Y'all good to go?
Yeah.
I have my mic on.
Are we back? Hi, we're back. I see him on the screen back there.
Yeah.
I'm Enoch again, and we're going to introduce ourselves. We have two more new people. Noah's not new, but we love and cherish you anyway. Once again, I'm Enoch. Pronouns are he, him.
I am Noah, he, him.
I'm Melissa, she, her.
I'm Leo, he, him.
So, Melissa and Leo, how are you doing?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah, pretty good.
You were in here helping floor direct for first half of the show. I appreciated that, helping set up things.
Thank you.
So neither of you played Hades, right? You played a little bit of it?
Yeah, no, I finished a run.
Okay, right, yeah.
Yeah, no, I've never touched this game. 0 hours. No experience whatsoever.
So what do you think about it so far, knowing nothing?
I don't even know what I'm looking at.
That was Dusa. Go back to
Okay.
Dusa. I know you can't really talk to her again.
Right.
But Dusa's my favorite. I love her so much.
She's great.
She's a little just head of a gorgon, so she's like
Nice.
snakes. She's very cute. I love her. No Achilles this run?
Yeah, where's Achilles? Where is he at? My boy. Well, there's
Different characters will pop up in the house
Okay.
every time you die that you can go
Orpheus
talk to.
right
He's
here.
the dude singing.
Oh, the art is sick. Yeah, that looks dope.
Hypnos talking to your mom.
Is Megara?
Meg here. None of the most interesting, hottest people are in here, which is a little bit
True.
Did you date Meg?
I did because I couldn't date Dusa. Okay. I tried to date her, and then she was like, I just want to be friends. I was like, oh, I'm very sad about
I think
this.
I tried doing that as well.
And so then I dated Meg instead.
Yeah, that's the same with me. Because that was like the first thing, I think it's the first one that you can start conversation.
Go back and talk to everyone. So you can talk to Hypnos and stuff, right?
Oh, okay.
Your mom?
I was just.
Yeah, go talk to people. We saw some gameplay already. We can talk to people.
I guess so.
So did you two have? I know I'm going to include you. I don't include you, but they're new, so I'm jumping over you.
Yeah, I get
But
you.
all three of you, what was your 2020 game of the year?
You want to go first? I don't even have one right now.
2020
No,
game of the year.
I say no. You go first. Let them think.
2020 game of the year?
You're on our podcast, I think. So.
I guess I would ultimately have to say Hades, probably. I'm personally am quite partial to Last of Us 2, though, even though a lot of people weren't.
One of those, yeah. We had conversations about The Last of Us 2.
Yeah, I heard.
Were you not on the podcast?
No, I was.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you were part of that.
I heard them with my ears.
Okay, yeah. This is your dad, Hades.
Not my dad, his dad.
Well, yes, Zagreus, your character in the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Do either of you have a game of the year? Give you enough time?
Actually, I didn't play any new games last year.
That's fine.
I honestly went back to a lot of old stuff. I did heavily play Cuphead a lot.
Nice.
Yeah, I heavily played it. I still can't get past Dice King, but I did replay it 3 times. And then I played a lot of Smite. So that's like mostly my quarantine experience, was just playing Smite over and over again until 3 in the morning. So.
What about you, Leo?
I actually didn't know. This came out in 2020? Wow. Well, this is my game of the year then. I honestly, because I played it so long ago, and like I played it, finished the run, and never touched it again. So, not because it's bad. I think it's my favorite game. I just...
that was where you ended it? That was your...
Yeah, because I had it on Steam, and it's a nuisance to have like getting the controller and connecting it and all. It's just... It's not as portable as a Switch. If I had it on the Switch, I definitely would have kept playing it, but definitely this is my game of the year.
Yeah, I think just last week was its 1-year anniversary of its 1.0 launch.
I can't believe it. It feels like I played this 2 years ago. Wow.
I think it's about everybody.
Yeah, I think you got everyone. Lots of fun people to talk to. Gods will give you different boons, stuff like that. You can add decorations to the house, and this is your room. I've mostly, I think, done everything on the meter except for the bottom one. But yeah. How you doing? How's school going?
Barely surviving, but it's usual.
You're not a freshman, right?
No, I'm a sophomore.
You're a sophomore. What about you, Leo?
I'm a freshman.
Okay, you're
so
freshman.
yeah, but school's going well. I think I've read more books in the first month has been, I think, of school than I'd read in all of high school.
Nice, that's good. That's responsible.
Yeah,
glad you're keeping up on your readings.
Yeah, definitely. And like a lot of our readings right now, for me at least, are with Greek. Like we read the Iliad. We're gonna read the Odyssey. And we read a book called The Silence of the Girls, which is basically the Iliad, but told by the women of the Iliad.
Oh, that's cool. What class is that for?
It was called World Literature.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're reading that. So like, I want to replay Hades.
Yeah, it was Greek.
Yeah.
I'm in a sci-fi class right now, so I have to read a bunch of sci-fi books, like reading Contact and things like that.
Well, that's
Or
cool.
is Dune on the list?
Dune is not on the list, I believe.
Wow.
But other stuff, like Neuromancer, and I'm going to watch Blade Runner at some point for that one. Yeah, a lot of reading for me, too. Are there any games you're looking forward to this year? We're just getting into big release season now.
Yeah, we are just getting into big release.
Everything's coming out from now until up through February next year. There's a million games coming out.
Yeah. Let's see. Can you remind me of one game that's coming out? One big
There's
game
Halo. It's coming out.
Okay.
Halo
On
Infinite.
Halo, there's the new Battlefield, which looks kind of cool. Deathloop just came out.
Well, I'm looking forward to the remake of. Well, I'm not looking forward to it, but I love Pokemon, so I'm just waiting for the.
Oh, the Diamond and Pearl?
Yeah, Pearl and Diamond remakes.
Platinum was the first Pokemon game I played, so
That's cool.
I'm
me too.
hoping this is very nostalgic for me.
Hoping. It definitely
Fingers
looks
crossed.
the same.
Yeah, it's very similar, just in 3D.
Yeah, they took a different approach this time.
And the Pokemon follow you again, like in Heart Gold, Soul Silver. That's great. That's my favorite Pokemon games. They're blending all the things I like. Hopefully, it's good.
I don't know, but the dash heavily reminds me of Celeste. I don't know if
Ooh, I love Celeste.
Yeah, I never finished a lot of games at the start, but I did get like more than halfway through it, and I just never touched it again because I could never pass this one level, and I just got heavily frustrated. And I'm a completionist, so if I can't get everything in one level, I just stop.
Oh, I got the platinum for Celeste on PlayStation.
Really?
I got all the trophies. It took me like 40 hours.
Oh no.
But it was worth it. I love Celeste. Hey, yeah, have one of them play.
Yeah,
they don't know what they're doing. Well, Leo knows what he's
Okay,
doing.
well, I have no experience, so.
All right, the bottom button is the dash.
Oh, okay.
You went with the Ari spirit.
Okay.
See, you figured it out. You already beat everybody.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Now you go, there's that circle, the boon. Hit the bumper to accept it.
Nice.
Oh, you gave him a thing. You gave him a gift. Nice. I don't think I've ever done that.
Wow, we love giving.
That was Poseidon.
Okay.
Now press the other right bumper when you're next to the thing.
Oh, okay, okay.
No, next to the circle.
Oh, snap.
Next to the
Sorry.
boon.
This?
The glowing thing.
The glowing thing you were just
this.
at.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I think with the trident. Yeah, press the one above that, above the trigger.
There we go.
There, you got it.
I'm struggling over here.
He's gonna give you a gift.
Do I just pick one?
Yeah, they have
Yeah.
different stats and stuff. You don't need to worry about it too much.
Okay, cool.
But and now, yeah, you can go in there. Or you can actually. Never mind. Oh, you didn't do it anyway. Go down. See that glowing
Oh, okay,
thing?
now
Yeah,
it's-
go in there.
Oh, really?
Oh.
You're gonna talk to Chaos.
Oh,
Chaos is cool.
it doesn't sound like it.
Deep in the realm of chaos.
Okay, okay.
I went there once in my actual playthrough.
You give him a gift. You're very
I
generous.
really love giving
Oh
gifts.
my gosh.
There's chaos.
It's the oh, Christmas not here, but or Christmas isn't here, but like it's the season of giving, so.
We'll get to Christmas, you know.
We're getting
We
there.
got Halloween. I think I heard some Christmas music at somewhere, somewhat recently, and it made me a little mad because it's still September. But
Do you have a Halloween costume ready?
I don't have a Halloween costume. I always say every year that I really want to do a cool Halloween costume, and then never do it because I'm lazy and cheap.
No, I actually ordered mine 2 weeks ago, and
Hey, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna be this anime character from Bungo no Stray Dogs, Donzai.
Oh,
I'm gonna be
okay.
Donzai, yeah. So I was like, why not?
I've seen like a couple episodes of that show.
Yeah, it's actually, I had like not too high expectations for it. Where do I go now, actually?
You pick up that coin in the middle of the room. This is like a break room.
Oh, okay.
Also, you can go to that fountain and you can drink from it, and it'll heal you.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yum yum.
Leo, do you dress up for Halloween?
I want to definitely, since I know Austin gets a little wild during Halloween, so I want to definitely dress up.
There'll be people on campus that like go to classes fully dressed up.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
I
nice.
kind of want to be one of those people. So we'll see.
What are you thinking about?
Dude.
What options are you weighing?
Honestly, like with the books that I'm reading with deal with Greek, I want to dress up as someone from Greek
It's like a
mythology.
toga, get a sheet.
Yeah, that'll be funny.
I'm just
Toga.
collecting all of these.
That was a shop area. That was Charon the ferryman you just passed.
Oh, okay, okay.
He's like a secret boss later.
Oh, okay.
He'll kick your butt. He's tough. See, I was thinking about being Mark from Invincible, Dwayne Dude in the
Oh,
Invincible
that'd
show.
be amazing.
But I like the comics
okay.
and thought the show was good. But like, I wouldn't do the full suit. I'd be like casual Mark, where he just has like a sweater and jeans. I just need to get like the sweater that he wears or whatever. Because I figured that'd be easy. That's doable. I can just like push my hair back, and that's a decent enough Halloween costume.
How would you compare the show to the comics?
It's really good. Okay. I think it's really good. It like the show, I think, does a good job of adapting the comic into like a different medium. Because the comic was a lot slower. Like the show takes a lot of like future arcs and puts them in like the middle of the first big arc in the series. But I think it does it really well. Like it does good stuff. Like it gives Mark's girlfriend Amber a lot more to do because she kind of didn't do almost anything in the original comic. So they totally changed her and made it different, which was a good choice for Amber specifically.
There you go.
Yeah, pick which boon you want.
All right.
It was good. I'm looking forward to season 2.
I am as well.
Omni-Man, that whole thing was great.
The last episode was pretty good.
That was like even more bloody than the comic, and the comic's known for being all like, gory and violent. And the show somehow beat it. It was impressive.
It beat it with most of its budget going to that one.
That one scene, and you could tell. You read any comic books or no?
No, I just read manga.
See, I have too many. That's close enough.
Right, right.
I sometimes read manga. I'm not a big comic book person.
See, when you already like to play video games, adding comic books can get to be an expensive hobby.
Yeah,
Very.
comic books are expensive.
I
That's the
don't
only
buy them
reason-
often, but I do love them.
Yeah, that's the only reason I don't read comics. They're expensive. But if they weren't, definitely.
Okay. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here, for helping us with the show. That'll be our show for the night. We're going to wrap up. We're done. We got the new people. We did our first show. We got a new format. Hopefully, 2 weeks from now, we will be back. If you're watching this on Twitch a week later, then it's next week. Congratulations, you have a shorter wait. That's it. That's the show. Wave bye, everybody. Say bye.
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 Video Game Hour Live.